Right, today we're going to look at expanding double brackets. So we've been doing some work on expanding and simplifying single brackets. So today we're going to look at expanding and simplifying double brackets. Okay, now there is more than one way to do this. I'm going to show you the way that I think you will like the best, and that is the way I'm going to show you. If you see another method and you prefer that method, that's absolutely fine. As long as you're getting the right answer, that is absolutely fine. Okay, so we've been asked to expand and simplify this. We've got, what this is saying is, we've got all of this, and then there's no symbol in between. So if there's no symbol in between, that must be a times, and we're timesing it by all of this. So everything in this bracket has to be multiplied by everything in this bracket. And I think the best way for us to do it is to do it in a grid. So we've got x, and we've got 3. We've got x in the other bracket, and we've got 5. Okay, and we are going to multiply each bit by each bit. So we've got x times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. Now that's positive. I'm putting that positive sign on there because we will be doing some with negatives. Okay. Then we've got 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is 15. Now be careful, you are multiplying here. We are multiplying because that's what happens when there's no sign in between. That is what we are doing in the grid. We are multiplying. People make a mistake by adding these two numbers at the end and put that as 8. Okay, so just be careful, you are multiplying those two numbers. Right, and then we're going to write it out. So we've got x squared plus 3x plus 5x plus 15. That's it expanded. We then have to simplify it. Now when you simplify, you can only add x's together, numbers together, x squareds together, okay? You cannot add x squareds and x's together. They're similar, but they're not the same, so you can't add them together. They're a bit like sultanas and raisins, okay? You can't add sultanas and raisins and make a seitan. You have to have sultanas, raisins, okay? So we keep x squared on its own. We can then add these two together because they're both x's, so 3x plus 5x makes 8x, and then we've got 15 on the end. That is your answer. That is that expanded and simplified, okay? Whether it says to simplify or not, you ought to simplify every single time. Okay, right, let's look at a second example then. What happens if we have to expand and simplify 2x plus 7 and 5x plus 1? Okay, so same thing. We're going to do our grid. So we've got 2x, we've got 7, 5x, and 1. And we are multiplying them together. So 5x plus 2x, 5 times 2 is, did I say plus? I meant times. 5x times 2x, 5 times 2 is 10, x times x is x squared. 5x times 7 is 35x. 1 times 2x is 2x, and 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, we can then write it all out. So we've got x squared plus 35x plus 2x plus 7. It doesn't matter what order you write them out because we're adding everything, okay? But it's easier if you keep this at the beginning and this at the end, and it doesn't really matter about these two which way round, okay? We are then simplifying, so we've got 10x squared, he's on his own, he stays at the front. We can then add 35x plus 2x makes 37x, and then we've got plus 7 on the end. Right, we're just going to do 2 more examples, and they will be with negatives so that we can hopefully get our negatives. So I'll ask you to expand and simplify 2x plus 1, x minus 5. So to start off exactly the same, put in our little grids. That's why I'm putting the plus, because this one we need to have the minus 5, so it will get you into the habit of making sure you accompany your number with the symbol. Right, 2x times x, 2 times 1 is 2, x times x is x squared, so it's 2x squared. Don't forget there's a little 1 here, an imaginary 1. X times 1 is 1x. Now we wouldn't really write 1x, we'd just write x on its own, okay? But if you did write 1x for now, that's absolutely fine. Minus 5 times 2x is minus 10x, and minus 5 times 1 is minus 5. Right, let's write it out. So we've got 2x squared plus x, take away 10x, take away 5. And that simplifies to the 2x squared stays on its own. We've got 1x, take away 10x. You're on 1 and you're taking away 10. That will take you to minus 9, so minus 9x, minus 5 on the end. Okay, last example, we're going to do one with 2 negatives. Here we go. So we've got 5x minus 1, 3x minus 4. Okay, so here we go. In our grid, 5x minus 1. Obviously, it doesn't matter where you write. If you write this at the top or if you write it down the left, it doesn't make any difference. 3x minus 4. 3x times 5x is 15x squared. 3x times minus 1 is minus 3x. Minus 4 times 5x is minus 20x. And now we've got minus 4 times minus 1. Well, a minus times a minus is a plus, so that is plus 4. Just be careful of that. You need to be very careful with signs here. Okay? We've then got, write it out, 15x squared minus 3x minus 20x plus 4. And when you simplify that, you end up with 15x squared minus 3x minus 20x is minus 23x. Add 4. That is our answer, 15x squared minus 23x plus 4.